Welcome back to Ashok Educational Groups. In this video, I explained Romeo and Juliet. It's a very popular tragic drama written by William Shakespeare, but for a second PU students, it is prescribed as two-stanza poem. I explained very descriptively, so you can watch without skipping to understand clearly. Now, about William Shakespeare, he is a English poet. Shakespeare is an English poet and playwright, widely regarded as the greatest writer in English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He was the greatest English writer and dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. His two titles are England's national poet and Bard of Avon. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwrights. He written very popular writings. He written about 37 plays. In 37, 17 are comedies. 17 are comedies. Include A Midsummer Night's Dream and A Merry Wives of Windsor. 10 are history plays, are Henry V, Richard III, like, and 10 are tragedies, are Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Romeo and Juliet, like that. With he wrote 154 sonnets also. 154 sonnets. 37 plays, 7 in that 17 comedy, 17 history, and 17 tragedy plays. He also wrote 154 sonnets. Now we shall see the background. Before going to background, we shall see the glossary. Glossary of this poem. Doth Archek means does. Ethiop means an African. Yonder means over there. Measure done means dance ended. Though Archek means you. So old English. Rude, roughly formed. Garish means lurid or bright, oppressively bright. Now we shall see the background of this poem. First we shall see the background. Romeo and Juliet presents the tragic story of two young lovers, Romeo and Juliet, who belongs to most powerful noble families of Verona. It happens in Verona city. Verona city. The Montagues and the Capulets. The two noble families are Montagues and Capulets. The two noble happened in Verona city. Noble families are Montagues and Capulets. The two noble families are harbor grudge against each other and have been fighting each other as sworn enemies. These two noble families are sworn enemies for a long time. They are fighting each other for a long time. Once the Lord Capulet invites Paris, a young relative of Prince Escalus, to a feast. So he arranged feast and he invites feast and he invites Paris to held at his house at that evening. So he arranged a feast in his house. So in that feast, incidentally, Romeo and his friend Benvolio participated as masked entertainer and torchbearers. So Romeo and his friend Benvolio participated in that feast incidentally. So they are participated as masked entertainer and torchbearers. While the members of that feast while dancing, the guests in that party were dancing. Romeo happens to see Romeo happens to see Juliet dancing. He fallen in love for her beauty. The lines in this poem, the lines spoken by Romeo, are taken from Act 1 and Scene 5. When Romeo happens to see Juliet for the first time. So when he looked at her, when she was doing, so he felt some love, so that emotion. So he expressed through words. We shall see what is that love. When he looked at her, he fallen in love and he prizes her beauty. Romeo prizes her beauty. We shall see that phrases. Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiopia's ear. So it is a night. So he was describing her. It is night. The room is lit with torches. The room lit with torches. Juliet is brighter than the blaze of torches. So the Romeo was prizing her beauty. She was brighter. The Juliet was brighter than the blazes of the torches. She does teach. The Juliet does teach the torches to how to burn bright. So she can teach the torches to burn bright. Romeo compares Juliet to a jeweled earring hanging against the cheek of an African. It refers to the darkness of a night and brightly shining lady. So she was shining lady in the darkness night. She was shining like a diamond, a jewel in the darkness night. Beauty to rich for use, for earth to dear. Did my heart love till now? For swear it, sighed. So shows a snowy doe trooping crows as Ander lady over her fellows shows. Romeo was expressing, Romeo is so enchanted. He was enchanted with her goddesses like a beauty that he declares that she is too beautiful. She is too beautiful to die and be buried. She was so beautiful like a goddess. So he asked himself, did my heart love till now? He asked himself that has he loved anyone till now? For swear it. So he was breaking all his rules that he never loved because he has in love. So why he was break means before he was in love with Rosaline, who rejected him multiple times. Just Juliet outshines. Now see, Juliet outshines the other woman. Juliet outshines the other woman like a white dove in the middle of a flock of crows. She was outshines in the other fellow woman, and she was looking like a white dove in the trooping crows. The measure done. I will watch her the place of stand and touch hers. Make blessed my rude hand, for I never saw true beauty till this night. So after Romeo is so crushed by beauty, he tells he tells himself that when the dance is over, he will watch Juliet where she stands and will touch her hands and make his curse hands. So his rude hand, his curse hands blessed. By touching her hands, his hands will be blessed. And for I never saw. So then he tells himself, he was telling himself that he had never felt so much in love because he had never seen anyone. Because he never seen anyone in that beauty and truly beautiful. She was truly beautiful like a Juliet until that night. So he never seen Juliet like a beauty. He never seen a true beauty until this night. So by seeing her, he fell in love. It is taken from Act 1st and Scene 5th. Next stanza is about Juliet's love on Romeo. Here Juliet is expressing the background when the Juliet was waiting. It's taken from Act 3rd, Scene 2nd, when she was she was waiting for Juliet. Juliet was waiting for Romeo's arrival. It is Juliet's intensity of love for Romeo. Juliet's love for Romeo. Come night, come Romeo, come. Though day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. She was addressing Juliet, addresses Romeo as a day in the night. So the Juliet was addressing Romeo as a day in the night, and because his presence, Romeo's presence will shine out against the darkness. His presence will shine out the darkness. She visualizes. So she was visualizing. She visualizes night like a bird and feels or believes that Romeo will come gliding on the wings of a night, new snow. How he will come like a new snow on a raven's back. So he will come like a new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle night, come. A loving black brown night, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. So she was calling night, come. Come, loving black brown night. So Juliet addresses the night. She was addresses the night, feelingly calling it gentle night. and black brown knight. So she was addresses that knight, that gentle knight and black brown knight, and she asked them. Then I asked the knight to give or take him, to give Romeo. When she dies, take him and cut him out in little stars. So when she dies, she asked the knight to take him and set him up on the heaven with the stars. So by cutting him, set him in the heavens. Sorry, set him in heaven like little stars, so that he will make. So the Romeo will make the face of heaven beautiful and charming. So we'll cut him into little pieces, little stars, and putting on the sky or on heaven. So he will make the heaven beautiful and charming. She hopes, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the gods Garishan. So she was hoping, and when he put in the sky or heaven in little stars, so he will shine and he make the heaven beautiful and charming. And she was hope that he will make the heaven's face fine, and she believes that when that happens, all the world, when that he beautifies he charms the heaven, when that happens, the all the world all the world will be in love in the night, and it will not pay attention. All the world in the love with night, so nobody will pay attention to the sun, and nobody will pay attention to the bright sun or buried sun. So everyone will love the night, and everyone will happy with night like her. These are taken, and this one taken from Act Third and Scene Second. So this is the love, Juliet's love about Romeo. Thank you for watching, students, and don't forget to subscribe this channel.